holy crap, like this is gonna be a long, long road, and it's a lot more than I thought it would be, and like it all could be for nothing. So we have a total of 7. We have like 7 little babies like in the lab just cooking. I'm just gonna be positive. It's gonna work and we're gonna have a baby. Hopefully in December, if not 2018, which sounds crazy. So there was just 1 out of the 7 that was normal. It makes me feel like the chances of having a baby just are not very good. It is April 4th. It is transfer day. Not pregnant. IVF number 1 fail. Okay, so IVF round 2. First one to not work. The nurse finally called me and we got 1. If everything looks good, then I start my butt injections and then I'm doing the ERA. It's a rough one. So I've been crying. I went in and had the biopsy for the ERA, where they study your genetic makeup, your genes, for when you are receptive for transfer. I asked her for Valium and she said yes, and I was hoping to be like out of it, and I was not. And she's like, it'll be fine, like it's not that big of a deal. I was like, no, you don't understand, like it is. Like I'm very sensitive and it hurts really bad. So cut to the procedure. Speculum goes in. They put, I think, iodine in there. And then they go in. And the good thing is it's like 7 or 8 seconds. But I was screaming and crying, just tears streaming down my face. It was awful. And I can't believe I have to do it again on Friday. But the good thing is it's like once it's over, it's completely over. Like I'm not even that crampy. It doesn't even hurt. It could be the Valium. It doesn't really hurt that bad. So I guess just like my advice is to get Valium and take a whole pill and maybe take a traveler wine with you or vodka. And then I think the beginning of September I start the injections again and then transfer the end of September. Oh, this better work. Doctor and the nurse said, take a Valium and wash it down with mimosa, maybe Bloody Mary. I feel like 2 mimosas is equal to 1 Bloody Mary. Getting ready to go to Cheesecake Factory. What? I took 1 Valium this morning and I had probably half a bottle, which is like 2 champagnes. It was a lot easier. I feel like the full pill of Valium really like took away the anxiety. I wish I could have it every day. It wasn't that bad. Like it was not as bad as last time because I knew it was just going to be like 8 seconds and it would be over. So got through it, came home and took a 2-hour nap. So that's it. So I just have to call the doctor. No more meds right now. I call the doctor when I get my period, and then he said I'm on estrogen, which I think is the patches, for 2 weeks. And then we start the meds, and we should find out in like 2 weeks how much. He said it will help to, I don't know, what did he say? I mean, I was on mimosas and Valium. He said it would help. This test will also help with how much, I think, progesterone to give me for the transfer. I start the estrogen shot tonight. I'm excited to get started. It was a bit delayed. They thought I'd start Sunday, but I started today. I've been 2 days with no coffee and no alcohol, and I think I have a headache from no coffee. And then I started a vegan diet today. So I'm gonna try to do vegan as much as possible until the transfer, which I think will be September 22nd. But injections start tonight for the next, I guess, 4 or 5, probably 5 weeks. Here we go. Today is my day 4 of going vegan. It is like day 4 of vegan, day 5 of no alcohol, and day 6 of no coffee. The coffee withdrawal is no joke. Like, I've had a headache for 3 days. I've been so exhausted. It's been unbelievable. And yeah, I think it's all from coffee. And I love the vegan diet so far. Like, I feel more satisfied because I'm like eating my calories in like potatoes and tortillas instead of like cheese and half. Del estrogen every 3 days and progesterone. I go in next Friday to get a lining check, blood work, and ultrasound. And then they are estimating progesterone starts that Saturday every morning at 10 a.m., which is crazy. Now I have to do a shot every day on my own because it's at 10 a.m. and my husband leaves at the crack of butt. And honestly, I feel like the challenge of doing the vegan, no coffee, well, obviously no alcohol, but no coffee and vegan meals, our vegan diet has really been a great distraction. Like, I have something else to focus on and obsess over. I've been watching High Carb Hannah, which I think is amazing. If you're going vegan, I highly recommend her channel on YouTube. I'm not as stressed. The thing that annoys me is that we know it's a girl, and my husband has said multiple times, like, he's like already imagining a little girl and like how spoiled she's gonna be and how she'll get whatever she wants. And I think like that's making it harder for me. Because I'm trying not to imagine a future with a child because this is our last shot. And I just don't want to be devastated. Like, I know it's going to be hard, but I don't want to be completely like rocked off my rocker, depression, devastated. So I'm just trying not to think of that, and it makes me excited that he's excited, but then if it doesn't work out, it's gonna suck. So, all right, I'm getting upset, so I'm gonna stop. So I'm doing my shot tonight. I'm probably gonna get like a vegan dessert from Whole Foods as a reward for doing my shot on my own. I just got off the phone with my doctor. He just want to go over everything, which I think is awesome because it cleared stuff up. So some interesting things. So he said with the PGS tested embryo, that looks good. The chances of delivery are 65%. And he said that with the ERA, the receptivity test, it's all very new. The data isn't well tested, but early data is showing that number goes from 65 to 80, but he's still gonna go with the 65. Next Friday is the embryo transfer, so a week from tomorrow. And he said he's doing the embryo transfer, he's done it before, and that he's gonna put it where it needs to go, and there's nothing I can do or he can do beyond that point. I'm crying. I don't know what. So I asked if there was like anything else I can do, and he said there's baby aspirin, but no one knows if that works and can cause some bleeding. So he's like, I wouldn't recommend it, and he thinks the ERA is the thing that's gonna make the difference this time. You know what? I'm crying. I'm just overwhelmed. Plus I'm on estrogen. I'm tired. Okay. The first transfer, they transferred 108 hours, and now they're doing 144. And I was like, I thought with the ERA it's 24 hours later. And he said, well, I think he said there's an 18-hour window of when you can transfer. So they're taking the 108 hours, and this is a progesterone. So they go off the progesterone. So 108 hours was the first transfer. Then they add 24, which is 132. Then they're adding 12 hours just to be safe because there's an 18-hour window. So weird how you just think like IVF is a done deal. Like you think you're gonna have a baby, and it's like you think about all the people who've done IVF and it doesn't work for them over and over and over again. And maybe the missing pieces was they needed the PGS testing and the ERA test. I mean, those two things are like major, like having the right embryo and then having the best chances of implantation, or the only chance of implantation if you're like me and you're on that second day of 25% of women. Tomorrow morning, Friday morning, I go in for a lining check, and the lining check was fine last time, so he said it should be fine. I think they're looking for 8 or more. and then in a week it's transfer time. I should really not film these when I have no makeup on. It's day 5 of progesterone and oil, PIO, in the buttocks, and I am exhausted. Oh my god. I've been like just so tired. It's Wednesday. Transfer is Friday. I'm weighing like the idea of doing like positive thinking and manifestation, and I think it's The Secret. I don't know anything about The Secret, but just thinking that it's all going to happen. But then I'm also doing the opposite in my head. Like, I don't want to be disappointed, so I'm just not going to think about it. So this is the sucky part of this round of injections. So because of the ERA, so instead of doing it at night, the projector, here I go again. I have to do the shot at 10 a.m. And there's no husband here at 10 a.m. and my cats don't have opposable thumbs, so it's all me. And the first 2 were not good, and it sucked butt, literally. Kind of hurt the first time and was sore, and then the second time I'm pretty sure I went right into muscle. Like, I just angled it wrong because you have to like twist and turn and look in the mirror, and it's a mess. So yeah, it really sucks having a 10 a.m. progesterone. And my husband goes into work at like, I don't know, I'm not awake. I think I got the angle right and I was doing it too far to the side. So I moved it in and I angled it like directly in, like perpendicular to the floor, standing up. And I really tried to like loosen my muscle and it helped. So we find out hopefully tomorrow, maybe today they're going to call with the time, but it's definitely like around noon for the transfer. My husband's going to party with his college friends all weekend. Just lay around, do nothing, all by myself. Vegan diet's going really well. 2 weeks. This is the 15th day. And I think I've lost like a pound or 2 a week. Have not even been hungry. Like, really have been enjoying the vegan diet. And that this is quite literally the last shot. So I will probably know. I mean, I'm going to be testing early. Who am I kidding? I'm not going to wait till the beta. I will probably know in a week if it worked. If we're having a baby or we're getting a dog. Transfer day. I'm finishing up my 22 ounces. Could not sleep last night. I was up till 2 in the morning tossing and turning. I started Googling like transfer stuff, and then I was like, you need to stop this. And my husband is meeting me there. He had to work this morning. I have to be there at 12:15. 1 out of 10 embryos do not make it through the defreezing process, so that had me a little nervous. Excited, nervous, nerves. I'm very nervous. There's a 1:20, just getting in my car now. All done. I had to pee. They were late, so it was no joke on the bladder, but the little embryo looks good. It was hatching.